Welcome back to the Boondocks Homestead, y'all. I've been busy and I'm getting ready to go into the hoop house. I'm going to check out the lettuce, the potatoes, and see how they're doing. We had this door open the other day, this door, and I'm going to shut it. Hold on. The wind blew it. The wind blew it shut and it broke our top glass, so we have to keep the bottom glass up, and it's a mess. Anyway, that wind is really blowing. Let's stick this up here. So, my lettuce, we can't eat it fast enough. Look at all that. We cannot eat that fast enough. My spinach is just kind of sporadic. My kale, it did pretty good. We've been putting it in with the spinach, with the lettuce, and eating salads. And I planted a bunch of, I'm just playing around. I grew those inside from seed, cabbage, and I just did the whole thing in cabbage. So we're going to see what happens. If it does anything like the peppers, the jalapeno peppers, and the tomatoes, we'll be in business. So Tim still we haven't got to plant these yet. There are plum trees, and we wanted to wait until the frost, or the freeze was over. So they're probably pretty safe to plant. We just haven't had time. So that little sprig of cilantro that I carried in here some way, somehow, I don't know. It's from last year's, and that don't usually happen. But it's a growing. And look at our potatoes in our bags. Do you see them? They're growing. We actually need to put some dirt on them. I don't know if I got that all down through there where you could see it or not, but we do need to put some dirt on them. That's what you do as they grow up. I'm trying to undo this so I can set it down, and I'm not like shaking you guys around. I can sit and talk to you for a minute. I don't have very long. I gotta go get on the bus. But I thought, well, I'll get on here and holler at y'all for a few minutes, and then I'll go. We're off school tomorrow, and that's gonna fall, yes. And maybe it'll stay there. We're off school tomorrow, and so I'm gonna, it's supposed to rain Saturday, so I don't know if we're gonna get to go to the market. It's supposed to rain and storm. Could have some thunderstorms, but I'm going ahead making stuff just in case. And well, if we don't, we don't, but that's just the way it goes. So we've got so much to do, you guys. I know I say that all the time, but we really do. And with Tim working full time and trying to do this at home, it's hard for him, but he don't have much longer to go. He does not have much longer to go. And then he's just counting down the seconds, and Lord willing, he keeps him here, then he's going to get busy. So we'll probably have a lot of videos then. It's just hard, it's hard to do, and it is hard to homestead and have a full-time job. It really is. And there's so mmany projects that we start, and it's like, okay, well, something else takes priority, we have to go do it. And it's like we bounce around like that. And we've got something else, but I don't want to say what it is because it's kind of a surprise. And we got something else we're getting ready to start. But it's just projects. And it's like we have to prioritize, and we have to get the things done that really, and the farming part of it comes first before anything. And the food, the gardening, and all that, it's right there in line, and just a lot. But yeah, there's a wasp on my phone. I've been battling these things. I had to pull over in the bus this morning because there was one chasing me, and it's on the phone. I'm sure you can't see it because it's on this side of the phone. It's not on the camera part, but it's just sitting there looking at me. Wonderful. Anyway, but it's hard. That's where I was going with that. It's hard to have a homestead and have a job, you know, and it's not impossible, but it's hard. And we're doing the best that we can do, and we've been doing the best we can do. But I mean, you still have to have a way to make money, y'all. You can't just go out and homestead and think that it doesn't take money, because it does. It takes money to homestead, no matter what you do. So, and you can't grow all your food, you know, and you can't make all your stuff that you need. You have to have materials and stuff like that. So it's just something to think about, because he's just sitting there, staring at me. He was like, I'm gonna get you. I think he went on now. He's still in the hoop house, but he went that way. But you know, the more that we're home and we can work together and get things done, it just will be easier. It will be easier. There's so much stuff I can't do. There he is again. There's so much stuff that I can't do on my own. You know, I'm a woman, and there's just certain things I can't do. You know, I don't have the strength to do, or the know-how even. So it's just the way it is. Oh, good grief. He's making me aggravated, y'all. I'm getting a little frustrated over him. I don't know where he went. Anyway, and I think I'm out of Benadryl if he stings me. I don't think I have any. So, that's that. That's that in a nutshell. But I'm ready. I'm ready to get in that garden. I'm ready to, I've got 2 packs of meat that I've got to get canned. I got a lot of stuff to do too. I just made a bunch of jelly, not for us, but for the market. And of course we get a little bit out of it, you know, that whatever ends up being at the end of each batch, and all jarred up, and it sits in the refrigerator usually before we can eat it. But and then every once in a while the kids will come and I'll give them some, you know, to take home for the grandkids. But that's about it. I got a lot of canning to do. And we went and picked up our 2 hogs the other day, and I've got 2 big bags of trimmings that, you know, for my lard, to make my lard. So I've got to do that. I just keep stockpiling it on the shelf because, you know, I don't want to buy it. Why would I buy it? You know what I'm saying? So I just render it down, and it self-seals in the jar, and I keep it on the shelf. And I've been using it off of the shelf like that. So I was freezing it all, and then I learned that you could do that. You know, you don't have to freeze it. You can put it right on the shelf for years. So that's what I've been doing. And you know, you don't want to put water in it when you render it. Don't put no water in it, because I did that with the first batch, and then I couldn't do it. I couldn't, you know, let it self-seal and do itself. I couldn't do it. But anyway, yeah, I mean, why buy it when you can do it like that, and you're getting better, way better quality, you know, oils. So I've got that to do, and just, you know, and I've got videos on that stuff. All that stuff I mentioned, I've got videos on it. Canning meat, rendering lard, doing jelly, you know, I've got a lot of those videos. I'll put some at the end of this video, and you can go check them out if you want. But there's just, you know, until we actually get ready to actually do a project out here, it's got to be when Tim's home. And I don't want it to be like, if it's something that's going to take a long time. Now I did, ooh, that wind. I'll put right up here a picture of my sweet potato slips that I'm growing. Now I'm doing a series of it's not a series, but I've been taking videos of these from the very get-go, and I show you how to do it and everything, and that video is coming soon. That video is coming soon. But for now, there's a picture of it. But they've really grown. Oh my goodness. I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep them in there until, I don't think I can plant them till the last of April, like this to the second week of May. So I'm hoping, because they like warm soil. So I don't want to get them out here and then it frost or something and then they die, because I've babied these things and got them going, and I don't have to buy any potato slips, any sweet potato slips. I do not have to buy them this year. These are our potatoes that we grew last year that I used. So I'm just thrilled over that. I'm just thrilled to death. And I don't know why I said that. That's just an old saying. It's one of them things that don't leave your brain. Thrilled to death. I don't know why I said that. But anyway, so I'm just thrilled. I'm thrilled that, you know, when you can save doing that and get your own stuff that you grow. Tim and I was talking about that the other day. It don't matter if it's a vegetable, a fruit, or some, you know, a animal that you raised. You know what's in it. You know how it was taken care of. You know how it was processed and harvested and processed, and you know the whole, you know, it's just so much better. And I know there's a lot of people that live in town and they're like, well, I can't do that. Well, you might not be able to with the animals, but you can do that with fruit and with vegetables. And you can grow in containers, and I've got videos on that, y'all. And I think he's mad because he can't get out. And you can, I think in a lot of towns, they're letting you have chickens, okay? So you could buy a few meat chickens and they're ready to go in like, I don't know, 2 months or something. I don't know. They're real fast. And then you can harvest them and butcher them. And I got a video on how to cut up a rooster. It's the same way with a chicken or a hen. So, I mean, there's just so much, you know, there's so much really that you can do that you probably don't even realize that you could do if you live in town or in a, you know, or even just have 1 or 2 acres in the country. I think we've got 20, but I think we only live on probably 5 acres total, you know, out of that. So, I mean, it doesn't take much. It doesn't take much. And that's everything. That's our fields for our animals. And we have 1, 2, 3, and we're getting ready to have a 4th field. So we rotate our goats. You know, and it's just, it's doable. It's doable. You can do it. So when we've worked our tail off out here to make it what it is, and you can too. Okay, if we can do it and we can work, and we're our age. If you're watching this and you're young and you can do it. Yeah, I'm just telling you, you can do it. Okay. So no excuses. If it's what you want to do it. Raise your kids like that. Don't raise your kids that everything comes from the grocery store. That's I've heard so many kids say that. And not on my school bus. I'm just saying, I worked in a boys' home. I've been around a lot of kids in the last 15 years. Okay, a lot of kids. And a lot of them, they have that thought process that they don't know how it got to the store. They don't know the process before the store. And we don't want our kids, I mean, where is that gonna leave them when we're all gone? You know, I mean, that it's to think about it. It just saddens my heart that a lot of these kids, and not even kids, I mean, there's grown-ups too, you know, they're like, they don't know the process, you know, that you buy a chicken, you feed it, you raise it, you butcher it, you process it, you package it, you freeze it or can it or whatever you're gonna do with it, and then you eat it, you know. And it's just like with everything. I mean, if you're a hunter, you know, we hunt, we fish, we don't do as much fishing as we used to, but we hunt, we fish, and we are going to take you on a trip in our boat one of these days. I don't know when, Lord willing. But I mean, it's just the same way with that kind of stuff. You know, you harvest that, you praise God and thank Him for it, and then you process it, and then you eat it. And it's like, no, I didn't go to the store. Me and Tim tried to go. We try not to go to the store. Like, we really try not to. We don't like to go to the store. And we really try hard not to. But I mean, you know, we can't grow everything. I can't grow wheat. I mean, I probably could, but I don't know where we ain't figured that out yet. But I mean, sugar, I did try my stevia, which I'm going to do that different this next time. I'm going to do it different. Let me tell you that. And then I'm going to get off here. It's going to be too long. Yeah, I've already been on here 16 minutes. I had a whole stevia crop. This side wasn't on the hoop house. It was that side. I had a whole stevia crop right there in that bed. And I watched someone harvest it and cook it down. They said, you don't need alcohol, just use water. And I said, good, because I really don't want to go buy alcohol in the store, because that's part of my testimony, and I don't want to ruin my testimony by someone just seeing me buy alcohol and then be like, you know, that kind of thing. So I was like, I don't want to do that. So great, I'll get to do it. You know, I'll put it in water and everything. Well, I did the whole process, what I was supposed to do. I was so excited. It was in the refrigerator, and guess what? It all molded. Every bit of my stevia crop, and it was like a 4-day process to do this. And I was going to have so much liquid stevia, and that was going to be our sugar. That's what I was going to use for our sweetener, you know, and it was natural, it was organic, and it all molded. I was saddened. I wanted to cry. So almost a year ago, I said, I want to make my own vanilla, right? With the vanilla beans. And I ordered the Madagascar vanilla beans. And I said, Tim, I can't do this in water. I need alcohol, you know, and I don't want to, well, Tim went and got me the alcohol. But anyways, he didn't want to either, but he did. And it's just, so if you know me and you watch this and you ever see me picking up a bottle of vodka or something, just know that it's either for a tincture. I probably won't need no vanilla for a while, because I mean, a bottle of vodka makes a lot of vanilla, a lot of jars. I had like the old syrup jars. I made a lot of jars of the vanilla, and they got to sit for a year, y'all, for almost a year, 9 to 12 months. So mine's almost ready, and I'm so excited. So excited. This is like real vanilla. I'm going to cook with it. It's like real. It's like not the imitation stuff you buy at the store. And the store has the real, but you're going to pay buku money for it. Okay? So anyway, I said, I'm going to try that stevia crop again, but I'm going to need some more alcohol. And that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. And if people want to assume stuff, if you see me buying alcohol, come up to me and say, what are you doing, Chris? Why are you buying that alcohol? And I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you exactly what my plans are for it. Okay? So that's that. Now I'm going to get off here. So I've got to go. I love y'all, and it was good to talk to you again. I've been doing some little stuff and doing shorts and stuff here and there, but I haven't had time to really sit down and talk to y'all really good, you know. I made that lilac jelly Tuesday. But anyway, I'll get off here, and Lord willing, I will see you all next week, maybe with Tim. And who knows what'll be going on by then, y'all. So come back and see us, all right? We love y'all, and have a blessed day, and Lord willing, we'll see you next time. Bye.